I started, guys. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. My name is Sowore Olawoye, and today we are looking quickly into one of the topical issues that developed lately in the country, and it is about Olawoye Sowore, presidential candidate of the ANC. You know, that man is always very controversial. If they say this is where you should not go, you say why? If you say go here, you say why should you be the one to determine where I should go? Well, another one happened at the big debate where all the candidates were given rules that you don't mention names, whatever the reason they said so too. Well, but it was a rule at the debate. Olawoye Sowore, when it was his turn, decided that you cannot be talking about anti-corruption and not mentioning names of people that are alleged or perceived or confirmed to be corrupt. So what is the anti-corruption we are talking about if you cannot mention the names of this? So is corruption, is it an ambiguous word? Or is it a spiritual thing that we don't know the name of the subject involved in corruption itself? Is it a utopia? I tell you that I joke too much. My name is Oluwasegun Olawoye, but I'm not here alone today. I'm here with somebody we are going to be analyzing this topic together. But before I reveal him, let me play the video to you. What Sowore was actually saying as of the time his voice was muted. See the video.
And if the pillar say don't touch the person will not be prosecuted. If they say touch the person, it doesn't matter how clean the person is, EFCC will find something against you. You know, when you are talking about, you say, don't mention names of people. Look, one of the things we have to seriously be talking about, we have to be mobilizing shame against people who are stealing and destroying the country. Because they have a home address, they have a surname, they have a first name. It's the reason why I was so appalled not to see APC people here today, because we have mentioned the likes of Akpabio and Ojus Okalu, who are undergoing investigation and corruption, who are members of the party. The same way we can talk about Saraki and the rest of them, who are the major operators of the PDP. We have to mention names. There's nothing we can do about it. Because people destroy this country, they have names, they are driving cars, they register the cars, they are living on the podium. This is a platform you have been given. I would expect you to explain.
But he's here to talk about what happened at that debate. You saw the video? Yes. You saw the video?
Yeah.
And you heard what Sowore said?
Yeah.
What's your take? There were rules.
You know, there's a problem with many of the rules that we are actually having. And first of all, I don't think there was a violation of the rules. I think we should look at the principles behind some of these so-called rules. It is something else if you actually saying something that is false. But to the extent that we are factual, and to the extent that what we are talking about, what we are talking about, borders on the truth, there's no reason why we should accept any form of censorship. It's like you know, some years ago, one of the things Sowore himself used to talk about is that as regards the way the Nigerian media do reports, and those some of the reports where you see an instance of which they will say that there was a bank robbery, but therefore for certain factors they cannot mention the name of the bank to what extent, who's that, to what extent are we going to actually, if you want to make a report, make it the way it's supposed to be. There was a bank robbery involving this bank, you know, the address and things like that. You know, it's all about giving the necessary information to the public. So within the same context, we cannot talk about corruption, you know, without actually being specific as regards, you know, what it is and how to fight it. So anybody now saying that you cannot mention name of cases that have been proven or cases that are in the limelight is actually not being democratic within the current context. It's an attempt to rig the debate, you know, before the debate actually started, you know, and that is not.
I'm just going to ask here, why do you think such rule was even thrown forward in the first place?
It's to cover up, you know, and cover up
What do you think it's because they didn't want it to degenerate into some controversy or to
No, look, there are rules in this society. If somebody slanders another person, you have the right to actually go to court. So, and the person that slandered, if it wasn't true, then definitely there's grounds. But, and that's why, you know, a lot, you know, because this is a debate, the responsibility, you know, does not fall on the heads of those who are actually providing the platform, but on the person that does raise that within the context of a debate. We are talking about a public debate, a campaign, a political campaign. So all, you know, all facts must be placed on the table. And when you even look at the counterparts in US and who some of our media organizations claim they want to imitate, you see that on matters of facts and figures, there is no, you can't. What the normal rule says is that, look, don't clap, don't jeer, and you know, and let's have a general calm atmosphere. But we have to be specific. The debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump was a no-holds-barred debate, you know, and I hope people can actually go back to that and see what's actually, you know, even personal issues were debated. But within the current context, you see how they want to, you know, they want to make sure that at the end of the day, we don't have a dynamic debate, which in itself does not allow, you know, the public to decide, you know, and I think that is not really a good method.
So, if that would not be a rule, what should be a rule in a debate? Typical debate.
A debate is, look, issues must be issue-based. Slanders, of course, cannot be allowed. And if it's hard, the body that is slandered has a right to seek redress in the law, in the court of law. You get, and debate must not be stifled. You know, under no condition must you be muting the mic, you know, of a candidate. As
a remedy to breach of the rule.
No. That is censorship, because of course we don't know what, you know, we except go to the raw aspect, but it is for the public to decide. You know, and we are in the period upon which people are campaigning and we want to actually decide.
Would you not think this is the same reason the AAC is not being included in the main debate we're expecting?
Yeah, of course. That's the main thing that we're actually saying right now. The main reason is that they are afraid of the reality that they will get exposed. They are afraid of ideas contending. So the best way they can do it is to rig the debate before you get to the debate. Stop the debate from actually taking place concretely and debate amongst themselves. You know, you see, primarily there are two interests. Of course, we have 91 political parties, but essentially there are two interests. The interest of the minority cabal and the interest of the overwhelming majority of them sympathy. And I think they say the journey of it forced to one program. You know, one intention, and at the expense of the overwhelming majority. Let me give you an example. There's a program being pushed around by somebody like Atiku today and supported by the other candidate, that the program of selling of NNPC. giving the impression that when you sell the NNPC, you know, and that program needs to be exposed. This is a corrupt program. You know, you want to sell the public assets to your friends and to your family members. That's what they are, and the way they, you know, there's this Nazi propaganda minister who talks, that is Goebbels, who says that when you want to lie, you tell a big lie, and then keep on repeating it. The tendency is for people to, the same way, you know, they are repeating this issue of selling the NNPC. When you sell the NNPC, you know, and they do not want people to query them. Look, you have sold over 400 public corporations, and of the over 400 public corporations that you have sold, over 88% of them perished. The remaining are in a little to the light, a little to the. They are in a very hopeless state. Now, you sold the NMP, you sold the NEPA, we have no electricity. You sold the Nigeria, you destroyed Nigerian waste. You sold the NITEL. You sold, we are so. And again, you have a society that is needs a lot of revenue to actually function. So, if you sell public corporations, how do you want public to make, you know, money, you know, to run the necessary public programs? Where do you want the money to come from when you kill the public corporations? So what is necessary? And we cannot kill public corporations because of corrupt persons. The necessary thing is to institute the policies that will take, you know, the public corporations from the hands of the current cabal, you know, and to make these public corporations democratically managed with, you know, effective checks and balances imposed within it. The country, as of this particular point in time, needs to be taken back public or even corporations that have been stolen from the by the past regimes, and bring them back in order, because we do need huge revenue. And without public, you know, public corporations, how do you want, you know, revenue to come in? Or do you want to tax the unemployed? Or
let me take you back to
okay.
the debate issue now.
Okay.
President Muhammadu Buhari was on the candidates. The candidates show yesterday on the NTA.
Okay.
What's your impression?
I think it was a disgrace. I think it also exposed the persons that are ruling the country today. It shows they are men and women without vision, and it shows how wicked they are, you know. And it shows that if you give them another 10 or 50 years, we are going to be where we are, you know. And of course, if we are where we are today, it means we are actually more backward. So, and that is the reality. You can see that there is no program for anything, you know, from this regime. And what this regime can only guarantee in the coming period is more hardship, and that we must actually warn the people that what is in stock with the kind of regime that you are having is more wars in the Benue regions, is an unconcluded Boko Haram insurgency. We are expecting more catastrophe for the economy overall, and all social infrastructures are going to actually continue to collapse underneath this regime. That's the only guarantee. From the speech, from the debate, so-called debate, you can see that these are men, these are guys without
But you know, that is the candidate of the APC.
That's the APC. The APC is a coalition of.
They like it that way and they want it to remain.
And the APC is a coalition of corrupt persons, so we are not surprised. So what do you expect?
So if you were a member of the APC,
I can't be a member.
I can't be a member of the APC. Okay. And you saw what happened yesterday, and you were not impressed. Would you?
I think an average
advise that they change the candidate at this time.
I think an average member of APC is satisfied with the performance of their presidential candidate. I think they are, because you see the movement of APC is a movement of corrupt persons. So, and they are, to be a top APC member, you know what it implies. You get, so, and we can see, so it's a business organization, a business center. So, and they are in it for the money, not for any other thing. So, the more they hail the president, the more they are going to get their contracts signed and things like that.
Question I will ask before we sign out on the show now is: are you confident that this federal government or INEC will deliver free, fair, credible election in 2019.
The process of rigging the election has started already. Rigging debate is part of, is part of rigging elections. Stifling debate is part of rigging elections. The process of buying votes has already commenced. They didn't deem it fit to launch their e-money or all these programs a long while ago, but now, some days to the elections, they are pumping out all forms of cash. Some of the projects that they are even doing right now, they didn't deem it fit to do it a long time ago, but they are now doing all. And we know that after the elections, they are going to change. Gear. So the process of rigging the elections has commenced and has just gotten intensified. That's what we can see.
In summary, you don't trust INEC to.
In summary, they are not going to deliver any free and fair election. Let us be factual with ourselves. We can. This INEC underneath the current leadership has organized how many elections, and under those elections we have seen how vote rigging and co. And the current and the current manual that they imposed also is a recipe for more rigging, and we should warn the public, warn the people that it's not going to be good. But what we can guarantee is that people will not accept this hardship forever. That one is certain.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you all of you who are on the show. I'm sorry I'm not able to read comments at this time. We'll meet at our usual time at night, because I'm having terrible experience with network now, trying to play back and at the same time stream live. It's actually lagging. But I appreciate all of you for coming on the show. I'm going to see you again. Until then, thank you so much for coming on the show this time.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate your popular media.
Thank you so much. So until I come your way again, keep talking about the things that matter. My name is Sowore. I leave you with your video again.
Right now, for you to get prosecution of anyone in Nigeria, the EFCC must first carry your file to the villa. And if the villa says don't touch the person will not be prosecuted. If they say touch the person, it doesn't matter how clean the person is, EFCC will find something against you. When you are talking about, you say, don't mention names of people. Look, one of the things we have to seriously be talking about, we have to be mobilizing shame against people who are stealing and destroying the country. Because they have the home address, they have the surname, they have the first name. It's the reason why I was so appalled not to see APC people here today, because we have mentioned the likes of Akpabio and Odius Okalu, who are undergoing investigation and corruption, who are members of the party. The same way we can talk about Saraki and the rest of them, who are the major operators of the PDP. We have to mention names. There's nothing we can do about it. Because people destroy this country, they have names, they are driving cars, they register the cars, they are living in mansions on our back. And we are here saying, don't talk about them. I'm sorry.
It's a rule of the debate, sir.
We have to talk about them.
If you are part of this debate, you have to keep the rule of the debate. I'm afraid. You have to keep the rule of the debate. That's the rules of the debate.
The rules cannot preclude us talking about things that are
the rules as it is made in broadcasting is expected that you do not do that when you're on the podium. This is a platform you have been given. I would expect you to respect the rules.
We don't have to fight.
No way. I'm doing my job, sir. I'm doing my job. I'd like to go now.
I'm doing my job.